Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we finally have the test server back. One of my subscribers pointed out to me that the test server was back yesterday, about 1 hour after I uploaded my video, saying that the test server wasn't online. It wasn't when I checked. Dang it. So here we are back on the test server and taking a look at this thing. As I said before, I'm probably not going to take a look at every single TD. I'm just going to grab a couple that, well, take a look at the tech tree. I'm just going to take a look at a couple that seem interesting. Now, you get this thing at tier 5, which is a ridiculous gun for tier 5 with a reload rate of fire of 8. So I might have to actually take a look at this one as well, because for tier 5 this is absolutely ridiculous. The only problem is tier 5 is a tough tier to get in. Same with tier 6, so we're gonna have to live with that. I'm only gonna show you one replay because, like I said, it's very difficult to get into a game with this thing. Not a very played tier. So let's take a look. 600 health. You know what? Hold on. Let's pull the tech tree and let's compare it with its fixed hull counterpart. Well, health, same. Weight, 24 versus 27, but this one is kitted out with everything upgraded, so pretty much the same. Horsepower, this one actually gets the better horsepower. Speed limit is the same, but I'm gonna assume, I don't have this one, but I'm gonna assume that this one is gonna have a lot easier time reaching at top speed. Because with the top engine, let me see real quick, that one, it gets a 440 horsepower engine. Well, this one only gets a 300 horsepower engine, and that's the upgraded one. So this thing, it's not fast, but it's also not slow. How do I describe it? It's just the acceleration isn't great. But once it gets up to speed, it's about 30-35 is about the cruising speed. You won't reach 40 all that often, actually. It's semi-slow. You'll have to see in the replay after this and judge for yourself. It's not fast, it's not slow either. So it's a bit in the middle. It's just. Traverse speed 32 on a Jack Panzer 4, excuse me. Wow, not a Panther, Panzer. 36 on this one, so it's slightly more maneuverable, but again, this one still needs its drag, so pretty similar. Hull armor, this one has 80, this one has 30. A tier 3 HE shell should probably be able to pen this thing, so don't expect your armor to save anything. Maybe the occasional lucky, insanely lucky bounce, but other than that, don't ever expect this thing to bounce. Hull armor all round on this one is just better, except for the ass. The ass is the same. 20. No ass armor, these things. I'm gonna look at in a second. View range 350, 390 on this one. It has a very, very good view range for tier 6, and that's one of the reasons I put a binocular on it. I want to be able to see things. I want to, have that view range, and especially at tier 6. It's going to be quite important that I see them and they don't see me. So if I can maximize my view range, and with about 25% at almost 400, that would give me 430-ish view range. So that's pretty damn good. And I don't know actually how good the camo rating on this thing is, but I would assume it's pretty good. Most open top vehicles that aren't too high profile have a pretty good camo rating. I mean, it's not much taller or smaller than the T25/2, so it should have a pretty good camo rating. Signal range, of course, this isn't the upgraded radio. So now let me pull up the gun, because that is where things get extremely interesting. And since the test server restarted yesterday, I don't have all the other tanks unlocked all the way up to tier 10. So I'll have to redo that, and we'll take a look at a couple of those. But the gun, that is where this tank gets so excessively interesting. Both are 88mm. You get this gun as well. This is your previous gun. So you get the same one on this tank as well, but you can get through it to get a better one. While on the Panzer IV, you do not. Rate of fire is worse, but not by much. I mean, there's 2 roughly between them. That's not a whole lot. Penetration, 132. That's excessively lacking. That's just garbage for tier 6. Even tier 6. That's barely functional, 132. You really have to hit weak spots if you want to hit anything frontally. Even on mediums you can bounce with that. You know, a bit of angling. That's garbage. 203. Holy crap, that is major. For a tier 6 TD? Damn, that is pretty damn good. The 88, which I think has the highest penetration at tier 6. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. Has 171. So you have 200. That is amazing penetration. And the damage isn't even lacking. I mean, the damage is 240. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. For that rate of fire, holy crap, that's good damage. Plus laser pinpoint accuracy and pretty damn good aim time. Not as good as the Panzer IV, but still pretty damn good. So, holy crap, this thing gets a gun. Since it's an open top vehicle and has no armor, my suggestion, build this thing for view range and camo, or alternatively, take out possibly the view range and put in a gun lane drive. I know 1.9 seconds isn't long on the aim time. That one. It's not excessively long or anything. I mean, between shots, your shots take about 4 seconds to reload, so having about a 2-second aim time is not bad. But if you're going around a corner and you need to get a shot off quickly at someone, or they're moving and you need to get a shot off quickly, you're really gonna need to aim a little bit faster. So that is sort of the only problem I have with this tank. And the last thing I want to compare, where is it? There. No, not purchase. Details. The gun traverse speed, 26. That's the same. You can only see that stat in here, so I was just curious to see what the difference would be. Okay, I think that about covers it. You really don't want to get detected. I cannot stress it enough, because no armor anywhere. This thing is not armored. Crew training, I would suggest, first off, you know, when you get your German crew for this line, camo. Not camels, camo. And then once your commander reaches 100% and then a little bit more, switch skill over, so drop the skill for credits, or gold if you really want to. But I would suggest this one. And make sure that this says 100% at least. So wait with dropping the skill, and then get 6 cents. I'm not sure if you're going to make that on your tier 6, if you're going to get there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Most tier 6s are at like 50% skill, I think. Actually, let's pull up this one real quick. Okay, the gun traverse seems to be fairly similar on most of these. And yeah, 171 pen. I was right. But a lot less damage. So I think it's about time we take this thing out for a spin and I show you what it can do. I would say this is a very interesting machine, and keep your eye on it. So let's take a look at a battle. Okay, here we are, as you can see, on the South Coast, and a fairly good matchup. A very tier 6 game, actually. Not too fond of the 5 freaking artillery. Who the hell goes on a test server and plays a tier 5 or 6 artillery? I mean, come on. Get lost. Go piss off somebody else somewhere. Anyways, taking up a fairly defensive spot here because I don't have armor. Checking out what is happening behind me. Not much apparently. And we have a little scout. Now, one thing. No, actually, let's not do it right now. Put one shot into him. 258. Don't reload before, but look at that reload time. It's pretty good. Now, I wonder if I change these. Stop it. If I change these now. So annoying that they grab your freaking cursor. Come on, leave me alone, damn it. Oh, really? I'm pissing myself off here because it's my gameplay, but still, bloody hell. Now, the thing what I wanted to show you is that was on. And I turned that off previously, but they returned it on, which is really annoying. They reset your settings fracking again. Really wish they would stop that bullshit. Anyways, we can see the back of the Nashorn here. And we put one shot into him. But sadly, before we reload, he moves forward. Don't get another shot in. Well, that was a good demonstration of its accuracy. I mean, I think our artillery there got pretty beaten up, or almost got beaten up. I'm not sure. But yeah, this thing has a lot of accuracy. So you'll have to excuse me for some of the shots because the stabilization was on and it was fighting me badly. And at first I didn't know that was a poor shot. That was way too late. But you know, you're just trying to get that shot in and your reaction time still pushes you to push the dang button. So can do anything. No, can't see him. So a couple of these shots I couldn't make because the stabilization just wouldn't get my gun to where I wanted to point. And I've turned it off now. Previously, in the previous version, in some of the games, I told you that it didn't work pretty, it worked pretty shitty and didn't work very well. Well, that was because apparently the option was not saved. It actually, oh, tank right in front of me. The option for the vertical stabilization turned off in sniper mode was not functional. It is now. I'm gonna retest it, and probably in some of the next videos I'll show you. I forgot that they reset the damn option in this game, so and we put a semi-clutch shot into him, and the artillery finishes him off. Now I noticed that the back there, the A1, is getting pretty screwed. Artillery seems to be helping him, but yeah, he's up against what, 3 tanks, and we have another one incoming. The shot just barely went low into the ground there. I really hoped I could have finished him off, and our artillery finished him off. Good, good. And we still have about 3 tanks, I think I last saw at A1. So we definitely know there's shit coming around this corner. If you look behind me, the artillery and ATD are actually moving up to help. They recognized a falling flank, and I was going up to that corner, but then I realized, you know what, they're probably going to come around and just flank me, so I'm better off just sitting right here. Oh, saw a tree fall. There he is. Boom. He did not know what hit him. I couldn't have even been lit up yet. So, okay, we got a SU-100Y, so I'm leaving him there because there's artillery and him doing that corner. Ooh, but then there's 2 of them. Shit. Shit. Turning around. Coming, buddy. Oh, you got him. Okay, never mind. Good job. So, this game so far, I've been moving around a lot, trying to help wherever I can. This is not a great example of this tank, but I just wanted to show you the sort of nature of this tank, how I think it's gonna play out mostly. Of course, you know, it's very much a sniper. It has no armor, it has a very accurate gun and a lot of penetration. It's a sniper, no doubt about it. But once you get it, you know, a little bit downhill, it can move. As you can see, I'm doing 3940 here, which is his top speed. But I also have to add that, yeah, this is that aiming time I meant, that the initial aiming time is pretty long. Between shots is fine, but the initial one, a bit on the long side, if you ask me. So there was a ping on the map that he was on that side, the KV2, and oh, he's just been oh, I just shot somebody for 21 damage. So we're gonna flank around him. We got a couple of people going through the middle, so hopefully there'll be a distraction and I can come around them and brutalize them from the back. We got a KV2 here behind me, so we got some backup. Got 2 TDs going through the middle, so we're gonna box him in. He's dead. I mean, with that reload, he can fend off one tank, but the next one will get him, so... I'm not quite sure what that was. Something fell in my background somewhere. So, we're just basically waiting for him to reveal itself. Speed this up a little bit. And there he is, and he derps him in the face. And come on, put one shot into him. Put another one into him. Back out, and somebody else finished him. Let's take a look at the stats. Now, this wasn't the best game you could get in this thing. Let's be honest. I had to do a lot of shifting around, a lot of running around. So, you know, it's not the prime example of this thing. But I think it demonstrated it pretty well. I mean, with the engine, even though it's not great in the top speed, the engine feels a little bit underpowered, and the traverse speed feels pretty slow. Even though the number isn't bad, it feels pretty slow. I think it demonstrates this tank quite decently. Use its semi-maneuverability to get around, to be in the places where you need to be, and shoot the crap out of people. I mean, that gun is pretty awesome. I didn't really want to go down this line, and now I think I might actually go to this tank and just keep this one for fun, because it seems to be pretty fun. Let's take a look at the team scores real quick. We did the most damage out of the whole team. Got 2 kills, obviously, and second highest experience. I don't know why that person got more. He didn't do more than I did. He got the same amount of kills. I did more damage. What the hell? I've seen this a lot lately, where I do more than anybody in the team and I still get less experience. Oh, wait a minute. He's tier 6, isn't he? Wait, so am I. Then I don't know. If you have a clue, let me know. We fired 11 shots. We hit 7. We penned 7. So... this just shows you how great that penetration is at this tier. And this was, of course, a very good matchup. It was a tier 6 only game. Top tier 6, I mean. So, you know, couldn't really have any better matchmaking than that. Even though it was a test server, it was a pretty well played game, I have to say. Everybody well behaved. No team killers on my team. They had one, I think. Yeah. But the team actually went to where they were needed. It was pretty great for a test server game. So I'm surprised at that. But 20,000 credits. I don't have any repair costs because I didn't get hit at all the whole game. But I did have ammunition cost. However, I still had some in depot. I'm not quite sure why. Because I actually diminished the amount of high explosive I had. So I should have, you know, bought some. So I'm guessing these are used on a different tank I have owned or I currently own. 8.8 pack L71. That's Panther II, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Let me check real quick. That is semi-interesting. Tech 3. Oh, close this up for a sec. The Germans. Panther II. Yeah, I was right. It's a Top Gun and the Panther II. It's the same ammunition. Interesting. So that is basically what you're shooting with a Panther II gun. Or at least the ammo. So that would have been, what do they cost? $2.55 a shot. So let me grab my calculator because I'm terrible at math. 252 would mean 2,700, almost 2,800 cost for the ammo. So, I mean, that's still about, what, that's rounded down 17k profit. And wasn't even that great. I mean, I hit 7 shots. So, this is a pretty good tank. I was really surprised by this tank, I have to say. I really didn't expect it to be this nice. Rate of fire is surprisingly good. You could think about a enhanced gun laying drive on here, because in a couple of cases it felt like I had to wait quite long before I could shoot. And it's not really the in-between shots, because your reload is longer than your aim time, so that's not the problem, but the initial hit. You know, if you come around a corner and you want to put a hit in somebody quickly, and at those moments I kind of feel like a enhanced gun laying drive might be beneficial, but it's going to be up to you. I'm currently, of course, rocking the Camonette binoculars, of course, a gun rammer. I mean, there isn't a tank in the game where you don't want a gun rammer, except for all loaders, because you can't. So, yeah, I don't know. This setup seems to work. I mean, it highlights the best features of this tank, sort of, or helps with the features of this tank. It has no armor. HE will wreck this thing, so you want to stay hidden at all costs. So, I would say camo net. I would say full camo training plus camo net on this tank. Really, you do not want to get detected. If you get detected, it's pretty much over, because HE will wreck you. And I, for one, will be switching to HE whenever I see the new German tank line on a live server. Any and all of them eat HE and burn. I mean, it's gonna be so easy to wreck these things. So incredibly easy. I mean, 30 armor. A tier 1 with HE, well, I don't think tier 1 gets HE, but tier 2 with HE can wreck this thing even, so that's pretty sad. You know what? Hold on. Let me check that. Now let's take a German TD. The new rebalanced German TD. 24. No, actually, it won't be able to wreck you. Okay, tier 3 can pen you with HE, fine. So, gun reload is pretty damn good, and I would almost go as far as to say that it needs a slight rebalance, because this thing can output some damage. Let me calculate this real quick, and with that pen, it means that you're actually gonna do that damage, because you can pen almost everything you shoot at. So, per minute, you would shoot 9.52 rounds times 240 average damage. You can output 22, almost 2300 damage per minute at tier 6. That's pretty gnarly. I have to say, at laser point accuracy, a pretty good aim time, this is a pretty damn good tank. I mean, holy shit. So, the Nashorn. Nashorn. Wow. How can I mispronounce that? Sorry. Nashorn. Yeah, pretty damn good tank. It's fragile as hell. You do not want to get shot in it. So, whatever you do, stay hidden. Don't take risks. Just relocate, go elsewhere. That's what you have to do in this thing. Because you cannot get shot. I haven't been shot enough in this tank to know if this will bounce anything, but given that you have 30mm of armor, everybody's gonna overmatch your armor and just pen anyways, so maybe you'll get a miracle bounce that comes in at like flush angles at almost completely the side and bounce off, but even then they're probably gonna still overmatch your armor, so yeah. And I don't know who or where I heard this recently, but somebody mentioned that because you have an open top vehicle and you can't mount vents, well, it's because you have an open top vehicle. They said that you automatically get the vent effect. Not true. Take a look. 110% crew. 100% plus 10%. 10% is from my commander. As you can see, he has 100%, not 105. You do not get vent automatically in open top vehicles. You don't get it at all. So, just so you know, that is a myth and complete bullcrap. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. We'll we'll definitely be covering more TDs, so more German TDs. So please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.